Hi, this is Sarah Geis of Sarah Q. Geis DPT Myofascial Release. Today I want to do a release for the suboccipital muscles. So the suboccipital muscles are located right at the base of the skull and kind of where the base of the skull meets the first two vertebrae of the neck. And this is area that can have a lot of tension, especially for somebody who maybe has kind of forward rounded shoulders. As soon as our shoulders round forward, this area here shortens, and so that can cause some discomfort and some pressure there. Also, if you're leaning forward and kind of looking down a lot, these muscles will be working really hard to hold your head up, and so they can get overworked that way as well. So all muscles have an ideal kind of length that they should be working in, and so if these muscles are working in a shortened position or a lengthened position, they're going to have to work that much harder. So what you're going to use for doing this is you're going to have one sock and two tennis balls. I already have a tennis ball put inside of this sock, and I'm going to put my second tennis ball in. So both of those tennis balls should go right at the bottom of the sock, so you can see they're kind of two balls right at the end there. And then you're going to tie this so that they stay in place. And then you're going to take those and lie on your back. You may want like a really thin pillow for this. You can play around with it a little bit. I usually don't use a pillow, so I'm going to demonstrate with that one. And you're going to take these two balls and you're going to place them at the base of the skull. If this feels like too much pressure for you, grab another sock, put another sock on there, however many socks you need so that it's a comfortable amount of pressure. But you should feel 2 points of pressure on kind of the right side and the left side of where your skull meets your neck. And for most people, this is a tender area. And so at this point, what you're looking to do is you're looking to see if you can allow the ground to really support your body as much as possible, so you're not working hard to kind of hold your body in a certain position, but you're really just letting the ground kind of hold you up. My knees being bent helps keep the pressure right for me, so I'm going to keep my knees bent, but knees resting against each other, arms really relaxing down and resting down onto the ground. Really feeling the support helps us to relax. Relaxation is something that can be really hard to figure out in the body. It's not anything that you can force to happen or make happen. It's something that you have to allow to happen. So there's a letting go, a releasing that happens here. And you want to see if you can do that as well where your body is making contact with the tennis balls. So seeing if you can just relax and release into that. Sometimes we talk about kind of breathing into an area, which doesn't really make sense physically, but it does make sense in kind of a different way. If you are focusing on an area and focusing on your breathing, that's going to shift your nervous system. It's going to help you to figure out how to relax. So you can just kind of focus on where you're feeling the pressure and the sensation from the ball, and focus on the inhale and the exhale without changing them. Just allowing them to be what they want to be. So oftentimes what that will mean is you'll have kind of a regular breath, meaning like a regular pattern of breathing in and out, in and out, in and out. And then as a shift kind of happens in your nervous system, there may be a larger breath that happens. A lot of times I see people try to make that happen by taking really deep breaths. But again, that's trying to force relaxation rather than allowing it to happen. So just watch your breaths. Notice when that big breath happens and see, does something change for you? So right then I had a nice big breath, and all of a sudden the main sensation switched from my left side to my right side. So that lets me know that those tissues on the left side that were holding tight let go a little bit. And now I'm feeling, oh, there's actually something on the right side that needs to let go. So with all of these releases, you're trusting your body. So if something doesn't feel right, you're stopping. You know your body better than I know your body, so it's important that you take responsibility for it and listen to it. That's really the whole goal of what I'm doing, is having people listen to their body. The other thing to know, that time is a component to this, so really want to hang out for about 3 to 5 minutes. But if it's feeling really good, if you feel like, oh, this is really helpful, things are shifting and changing, and you can stay focused on that, then you can hang out a little bit longer. If this is the first time that you've done it, maybe just go for the 3 to 5 minutes, just so you can start to feel what it feels like to experience it, and then what it feels like afterwards. And again, with all of these, you want to come out of the release, out of the technique slowly. And so you may want to put your hands under your head and just kind of help your head to lift up, so that muscles that are relaxing don't have to work right away. Get the ball out from under you, and then let yourself rest down. If you do feel like you need a pillow for this, for whatever reason, you can play around with the tennis balls being on the pillow with your head on the pillow. You can also play around with the tennis balls being off the pillow and your head being on the pillow. Let me just grab one and I'll show you what I mean. So again, you don't want a pillow that's too big unless you have a hard time breathing, and then you might want to have something to lift your head and torso up. But you can try having the balls being right below the pillow, and then at that point your head's going to be on the pillow and your base of your skull kind of just resting right in onto those balls. Or you may find that you need your head and your neck on the pillow, and so then your head will be on the pillow and the balls will be on the pillow. All of this is just about what works for you and what works for your body. So definitely feel free to play around with it. If you have any questions or comments, please post them below and I'll be happy to get back to you. Hope you're staying well. Take care.